Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we would like to present our research entitled A Move Analysis of Research Article Introduction written by Indonesian authors between soft and hard sciences by Dian Setiawati, Siti Nurzihan, Nabilla, Didi Suherdi, Kurniawan, and Wawan Gunawan from Indonesia University of Education. I am Siti Nurzihan Nabilla and I will be the first presenter. And this is the presentation outline. This presentation covers introduction, method, findings and discussion, and also conclusion. So let's move on to the first one, which is introduction. These are the issues that are being raised in the research. The first one is that introduction plays pivotal role in exhibiting the novelty of research and measuring the contribution of the research in international publication according to Swales 1987 and Samraj in 2002. And the second one is that genre approach move analysis is considered helpful to construe the complexity of writing research article introduction. Ever since the seminal work of John Swales, so-called Creating a Research Space and Investigating Research Article Introduction in 1981, some research has been conducted to reveal the complexity of writing research article introduction. And the last issue is that although genre approach move analysis has been quite extensively researched by previous scholars, little is still under studies regarding the textual evidence of how Indonesian authors from soft and hard sciences organize research article introduction rhetorically. So this study aims to compare the rhetorical styles of Indonesian authors from soft and hard sciences in organizing their research article introductions. These are the research questions. The first one is, how do Indonesian authors from soft and hard sciences rhetorically organize their research article introductions? And the second one, how are the rhetorical moves linguistically realized by both groups of authors? And now let's move on to methods. The first one is the research design. So this study was designed as a qualitative comparative study. Particularly, the study employed genre approach move analysis to analyze the data. For the data sources, a small corpus of 8 introductions were taken as the main data. The 8 introductions were written by, at first, 40 lecturers, 20 from soft science and another 20 from hard science. And then the introductions were selected into 8 introduction, and it were selected from a public university in Bandung, Indonesia. After that, a further selection process yielded only 8 introductions from 8 lecturers, 2 lecturers from Faculty of Language and Arts, Education, 2 lecturers from Faculty of Social Science, Education, 2 lecturers from Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Science Education, 2 lecturers from Faculty of Technology and Vocational Education, and the reason for this is that the 8 authors have already had an experience in publishing their papers in international journals. So these 8 introductions are written by an experienced authors. And as for the data collection, first, the researchers asked for all authors' permission to be willing to have their papers analyzed. Second, one one best paper of each lecturer was selected from Google Scholar database. Third, after all papers were downloaded, they were stored in a folder to ease the analysis process. And fourth, the researchers extracted the title page along with the introduction from the full text article and saved it in a Word file. And as for data analysis, a series of discussion was conducted online due to the pandemic situation. So the first discussion session was done to determine the timeline for the analysis process. And then after the first discussion session, there was another one. It was done to synchronize the understanding of all researchers regarding the concept of genre analysis through move analysis, and also to explain Swale's revised model of creating a research space as the main analysis model. So two student researchers were recruited and assigned a task to analyze one research article introduction each to get them more accustomed with the analysis model. And after the second discussion, there was another discussion to check the results of the preliminary analysis, and some feedback was given directly to the student researchers' works. And after that, the researchers analyzed the 8 selected introduction independently. And for this section, it will be presented by Dian Setiawati.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you here in the 13th Conaplin virtual conference. And in this very good occasion, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dian Setiawati, and here I would like to present our research findings on the move analysis of research article introduction written by Indonesian authors between soft and hard sciences. Well, my friend Nabilla had already discussed about the introduction and method section, and right now I would like to present about the findings and discussion. Well, the findings of our research divided into two. The first one is about the rhetorical moves of the introduction, and the second one is about the linguistic realizations of the moves. Okay, let we move into the rhetorical moves of the introduction. Here, as we can see in this table, for the rhetorical moves between the soft science and hard science article introductions, actually it's slightly different because as we can see that in the move 1, for soft science and hard science, both of them contains 100% of the article introductions, and then for the move 2 it's the same, it's also 100%, and furthermore, in the step 1A of move 2 for the soft science, it's 50%, it's the same with the hard science. And then for the step 1B for soft science and hard science, both of them also only represents 50%. And then for the step 2 of move 2, it also indicated 50%. And then for the move 3, both of the soft science and hard science article introductions contains 100%. And then for the steps in move 3, here for the soft science, in step 1 it contains 75%, slightly higher than the hard science, it's only 50%. And then for the step 2, for the soft science, it's only 25%. It's the same with the hard science. And then for the step 3 in move 3, in the soft science only contains 25%, and for the hard science it's higher, yeah, 75%. And then for the step 4 and step 5, both of soft science and hard science aesthetical introductions contains 25% of the moves. And then for the step 6 and 7, in soft science there is no, so it's 0. And then for the hard science, for the step 6 is 50%, but in step 7 it's 0 too. Alright, let's continue for the further explanation about the move. For the move 1, or establishing a territory, well, this move occurred 100%, both in soft and hard science introductions. And in the soft science research article introductions, the authors inform the significance of the researching the topic, and it was supported by the positive justification from the previous experts. And in the hard science research article introductions, the authors tried to convince the readers that the research topic being investigated was important to taken into account, because hard science studies were related to exact science. It's different with the soft science. The authors informed the benefits of the understanding the phenomenon, so it's the difference. And then for the second move, move 2, or establishing an IC, here move 2 also occurred 100%, both of the soft and hard science introductions. And then the difference is the authors from soft science perform step 1A, or indicating a gap by questioning the consensus, whether the authors from hard science manifested the step by highlighting the dearth of the research of the topic. So it's quite different. And then regarding for the step B, 1B, adding to what is noun, the authors from soft science inform the new knowledge that they offered from their research to enrich the existing body of knowledge. Meanwhile, the authors from hard science prefer to offer the new claim on the same issue justified by previous experts. So yeah, it's slightly different too. And then regarding to step 2 in move 2, presenting positive justification, the authors from both groups prefer to reinforce or make concluding remark of what was already discussed before to justify the importance of the research. So it's the same, yeah, both of the soft and hard science in presenting the step 2 of move 2. And then next, for the move 3, or presenting the present work, this move also occurred 100% in the soft and hard science introduction. So 3 of the moves here, move 1, move 2, and move 3, occurred 100%, both of in soft and hard science introduction. So it's great actually. And then on the one hand, the authors from soft and hard science exemplified more interest to convey step 1, announcing present research descriptively and or purposively than their counterparts. And additionally, they were less concerned with step 2, presenting research questions or hypotheses, and also the step 4, summarizing methods, and step 5, announcing principal outcomes. On the other hand, the authors from soft science did not considerably put great attention to step 3, divisional clarifications, as what the authors from hard science did. So the author from soft science only represents 25% in step 3, but for the hard science represents 75%, so it's quite different. And the authors from hard science explicitly manifested step 6, stating the value of the present research in their introduction more than the authors from soft science. Okay, so the authors from hard science represents 50% in step 6, but the others from the soft science 0%, so it's really different. Alright, and then for the second findings here, for the linguistic realizations of the moves in terms of verb tense, mostly in the article introduction using simple present tense, and then some others prefer to use simple future tense, present continuous tense, and simple past tense in conveying move 1 and move 2. And then for the sentence voice, active voice was more frequently used. Yeah, and then passive voice was slightly more dominated to be used in conveying move 3, but for other moves it's not use. And then for the meta-discourse, hedges also were dominantly used. And then most authors preferred the use of modal verbs such as can, will, and must. And for the citation practices, citation were used by all authors to convey move one, mostly in move one. And then there is no typical difference between soft and hard science introductions regarding to the occurrence of the citation style. Alright, then let's move to the conclusion of this study. We can conclude 4 points here. The first one is the nature of science does not necessarily affect the rhetorical organization of research article introduction. And the second point is the results of the present study may enrich the existing literature in the realm of academic writing for publication purposes. And the third point is the study suggests that the literacy brokers of English for research publication purposes can develop more comprehensive learning resources that can capture disciplinary variations of the rhetorical moves of research article introduction. And then the last point is the study recommends more extensive studies on the influence of socio-cultural background of the authors of the rhetorical styles in writing research article introduction. Alright, I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next conference.